Oh, today's the day, man. I can definitely. All right, you guys ready? Started world good. Excellent. Excellent. All right, guys, we're back. The first episode of the new year, and super stoked. Gonna be action-packed, jam-packed, informative episode, and already got guys chiming in and jumping into the chats. I appreciate it. Thanks, Darren, for checking in. Local Johnson Valley resident as well. But first and foremost, we hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, got to spend time with family, loved ones, and friends, get some normalcy in their life, and had a very good new year. Hope you got lots of cool EMPI car parts and off-road racing stuff, and a lot of good gadgets and swag and things to kind of kick the new year off, right? And what better way to spend a Tuesday afternoon with you guys and talking some racing. So super stoked to actually be able to catch this guy for a few minutes today and spend a little bit of time to kind of put some of the questions at ease, some of the freaking dumb rumors that we've been hearing, and really just shed a little bit of light on things. So, we're gonna get Dave Cole in here, founder of King of the Hammers, and talk about off-road stuff there. We're just stoked. So, share with us, get those questions ready. Everybody, prepared, and hopefully we can put a little bit of headway to it. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring him into the show now. So, Dave, there we go. Hey, look at that. It worked.
How you doing, man?
Good. Thank you so much for, spending a little bit of time with us today. And as the anticipation builds for King of the Hammers 2021, man, thank you for just carving out a little bit of time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure getting to know you the other day at the Hammers, and I'm looking forward to this conversation too.
Yes. Thank you for scaring the shit out of me in my first rock crawling experience. I did go out and meet with Dave and last week and spent a little time on the ranch. And for some strange reason at night, he decides he wants to go take me out for my first rock crawling experience. And boy, that was some good times. Some not so good times. Pictures to follow.
But yeah, it was good times. So,
but man, first of all, you got to be in full blown just prep mode right now for KOH, and everything's going good. Let's just kind of put some of the stuff. I want to hit this thing kind of head on right out of the gate. That look, man, the show is going to go on. There's no qualms and quarrels about it. And then let's start killing the rumor mill right out of the gate.
King of the Hammers 2021 is happening, 100% happening. I move out there on Friday. My team moves out there Friday. By a week from Friday, I would have already put $1 million onto the lake bed. So it's happening. We're going forward. BLM's on board. Permits are good. The county's on board. Life's great.
Yeah, I mean,
it's and I don't mean to minimize it. This hasn't been easy. It's just, but we've done what we needed to do. We've actually gotten some pretty good news that's going to be coming out. I mean, I can say it here. Everybody's up in arms about the whole COVID test thing. There is a path forward that you'll be able to attend King of the Hammers without being mandatory COVID testing. I am still working out the very last details with the county. that'll make it happen. But the reality is you can be dispersed camping in Glamis or Johnson Valley right now, and you don't need to be COVID tested to do that. So we worked out some very good protocols that are going to keep our racers safe and keep the community safe. Here in the next 24 hours, we'll be able to give you the final lowdown. It's been a crazy process, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, first, like you said, it's so important to keep, the attendees, the racers, the vendors, everybody safe. But, I know that's been a tireless effort for you. So kudos to you and the entire team over there for making this, first of all, making it happen and making it happen safely.
Yep.
You want to talk a little bit about, the overall layout? I mean, again, we've joked about the rumors and the phone calls and you can't even drive into California. And
yeah, no, it's funny. I get I've literally gotten calls. I've only got, like I told you, I've only gotten the one death threat, but I've gotten a lot of calls saying my buddy just got stopped at the border coming into California. You're not allowed to drive into California. It's like, huh? I just drove through the border like 15 minutes ago. Thanks for telling me that, because turns out you can, no problem at all. Yeah. The border has never been closed. It's not going to be closed. Some of the rumors are crazy. There is no. I heard one yesterday that somehow I was going to be going door to door on the motorhomes to make sure there was not more than 2 people in each motorhome.
Oh yeah, I did hear that one too.
I can promise you, unless you've got like a big sign that says like free tequila shots inside, I'm not going to be knocking on your motorhome door. So, I
mean, your patience, at least in the public eye, has been very, very well kept under, under wraps and just dealing with it. It's part of the territory, right?
I think the biggest thing that actually, if it dispelled any of the rumors, the best thing about this whole process is the concept that there is a commonsensical approach. We've been able to work with the county government, the BLM, local communities, and it's been a commonsensical approach about, okay, how do we make a difference? How do we do the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? Not just a blind, hey, we have to do this. We can do this. We're just going to make it happen. We've gone through the whole process about what makes sense and how do we do this. And after all the hard work, I think we're finally there. And it's been a crazy ride, but a very fulfilling ride.
That's awesome. I mean, it's exciting to hear. Number one, as a fan. Number two, as a participant, a competitor, hopefully there, and we're going to touch on that a little bit later on. But just to give kind of the start off the new year with some positivity is awesome. And again, I personally thank you, and I'm sure all the competitors and racers and attendees are going to thank you as well.
Just have a good time, pick up your trash, and go home safe, and tell cool stories. That's all you need to do.
We can do that.
Yeah,
do that. What how I know some of the people are really asking about too is what about the overall entrance or entries into the event so far? How's it looking? And
so I got exact numbers right here. Right now we have 408 registered competitors, which we had a goal of 660, which is only like 200 more than the biggest off-road race in the world. So we're doing okay. So we're a little below plan right now. I would think that we'll probably get up in the mid 500s, 550-ish. Will be a little short of our goal is realistic, but we're going to have a great turnout. As soon as I get some of those Class 11 guys to sign up, we'll be good.
Well, that's really what we really excited to talk about here. And one of the main reasons why we brought you in is there's been so much questions about it. And I think a lot of people are really unsure, right? I think we need to talk a little bit about the ruling body, who to contact. I mean, I know on the website, there wasn't really a provision to click for Class 11, right? You had to go through all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So from what I gather and from what you and I've talked about, we're going to run on the snore more rules kind of deal. We will not be using score, right? That's from what I understand.
Correct. US-based cars.
Yep. So the cars that are already racing, that are already running, that are already out there, bring them, get them. Yep. Stop talking shit. Stop.
Yeah.
Lucas Hand, get your car out of the driveway, drag that thing out the Johnson Valley.
If you're waiting for the next opportunity for Class 11 to race in front of 3 million people and get paid $20,000 for the purse, and to have a crowd of probably 25 or 30,000 watch you in person, let me know. I'll be happy to enter in that race. But this is a pretty good shot. I think you're going to have a good time. You went around the course with me. I think we've laid out a course that is, it's not going to be like prepped short course. There'll be a couple spots that are nice jumps and turns, but it's pretty indicative of being able to race open desert, but just in a shorter format so we can keep you in front of the crowd.
Yeah, I think the design that you laid out and kind of drove us through on Wednesday was fun. I think it's going to get a couple of good technical sections right there, and should make for some exciting camera shots at times. But I just think the overall, for to feel like, a top dog or and to be able to go out and do that and put on a good show and just have a great time where your family and friends and everybody can be out there watching you and be the spotlight, right? Because basically the way it looks like is it's going to happen on Saturday. Now, you did have a date change from Sunday the 31st to Saturday now.
Yeah, I changed for a couple of reasons. One, I would assume anyone that shows up on Saturday for the desert end of the event, if they're planning on leaving on Sunday night, they're most likely locals. They're going to want to watch the end of the unlimited race and just kind of roll up and get home. I wanted to keep the Class 11 guys and with people fully engaged into that race. We'll qualify in the morning. We'll race the UTV Class 10 race, and then go directly into the Class 11 shootout. I will have lights. We'll light up the short course. I'm sure racers are going to want to have lights on their car still, because I'm not going to be able to make it full stadium lighting over every inch of the course. But the vast majority will be lit up. We'll be able to get great coverage out of it and have a great time.
Yeah, they took care of a few questions right out of the gate right there. It looks like we had, do we need lights? And, yes, because I know on the schedule, it shows you guys have us starting around 7 p.m. Hopefully it'll be a little sooner, but we'll never know. But either way, yes, guys, if you're competing in Class 11, you need to have some lights on your cars. Except for the big stadium jumps. Dave's got that covered for you and the Jumbotron.
We're gonna definitely light up the spot where you're gonna wreck.
Great. And if you see all the camera people, know what's coming.
Turn one after the land rush start. Yes, there's a land rush start too.
Guys, I mean, you're giving them already secrets already. So yes, it looks like that. Now I know we're talking about a little bit of land rush, but are you still gonna be able to get all the cars across, do you think, or are we gonna just go in kind of a wave deal?
At this point, I think we have room for 2 cars, and that's what we have signed up. So I'm pretty positive we can get 2 cars off the line.
It sounds more like a challenge.
Yeah.
I see some more Class 11 guys chiming in here. So yes, I'm challenging you. We've got to make it and get up on the list. And meet David Meeks in here, Scott Small, Lucas Hand. All those guys need to be on there getting registered. So you just got called out by Dave Cole himself. So including myself, because I haven't registered yet either. But I think I'm good considering. The other one of the biggest questions is it gonna are we gonna do laps or are we gonna go time? That's some of the stuff that
we don't race for time, we race for laps. So but what we do is I'll be able to figure out fairly easily, this is a 4-minute lap, a 3-minute lap, right? And if we want to race if we as like when I say if the competitors think they can go for an hour and a half, then we'll have the rate. We'll chart it to run enough laps that we get you the winner finish in like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes. Everybody races the laps, finishes the race, and you're golden. Pull over by the fire, have a good time, tell lots of funny stories.
Yeah, and then I guess you're gonna let them on a little surprise, kind of where we're gonna hang out after the race and plans there.
So we're thankful that EMPI's come on as one of the sponsors. And then while you were physically on the desert with us, got a call from this guy named Larry Roosler or Rieselar or Larry Rossler, that guy. He called up and had some questions about how Baja Jerky could get more involved. He wanted to get involved at the grassroots level. We'd already been talking about him being involved. He's been a former Grand Marshal of the event. He's been a big help for our series for a long time. A good friend, and he's going to do the announcing for the Class 11 shootout, the EMPI Class 11 shootout, and Baja Jerky is going to be the presenting sponsor. So they're going to kind of present the party afterwards, and we're going to put on a good show. have a great time, show the world about it, and then keep it going.
And we're going to finish and hang out and tell stories around the big bonfire at the end of the night.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, guys, I don't know about you. I mean, just from me in general and for all the listeners, like, I'm super pumped. I mean, this is something that, guys that I've, to have Larry Rossler kind of, being a part of this event, announcing it, and someone that I've watched as a kid growing up. And then, being able to race out in front of some of my idols as far as, racing goes, and to be present and to have a chance just a small fraction of entertainment. I think it's going to be freaking awesome for everyone involved. So there's so much to cover in so many layers. But my biggest thing is just letting you have the voice out here on a different platform. I know you're going to have your big show tomorrow, and we don't want to make that anything confused. So there is the big Ultra 4 show tomorrow evening, right?
Yep.
And
yeah, we have a normal pre-event show that we go through the qualifying order and go through all the different layers of the event, the new stuff that's happening. I'm sure. So tomorrow night, Ricky Johnson's going to actually host that show with me. So Ricky, I don't think Fish is going to make it on, but I would ask Fish to make it. We'll do some desert talk. We'll talk about Ultra 4. Of course, we'll talk a little bit about the COVID stuff, but we're going to have put a nice neat bow on that. Here's the facts. This is what we're doing. This is what your responsibilities will be to be able to enjoy the event with us. I mean, in the end, we're going to need, that's one of the most amazing things about King of the Hammers is that despite how big it's gotten, people still take accountability for their trash. They take accountability for their area. We clean the desert up when we leave, and it looks good. And we need everybody's help for that. And this year is no different. For us to get through this correctly, the right way, safely, and get home to our families, we're going to all need to pitch it and get it done. And there's been a lot of misinformation, some miscommunication on our side. But a lot of that's just simply the landscape has changed so much in the last 9 months that we've been in earnest trying to make it happen. We've gone through every different gamut of no spectators, the spectators are free, to no race, to yes race, no testing, yes testing, and we're just go around and around and around, and we finally have arrived at a executable and efficient and effective plan, and I'm pretty stoked by it.
That's awesome. I mean, it really is. It's just a testament to your whole group. Couple of things too. It looks like and I'm rapid firing you as I'm seeing them come through my screen on my back end too, and between the text and the screen. So, Scott Small brought in a question: prize money, how is it going to be structured? Top 5, top 10? I guess it depends on how many we get signed up. So, Scott, get some poor people signed up.
Yeah, right now it's top 2, but so there's a way we do business, just in general. Like, I know there was another question about how tech's going to be done. I put the onus, and so it's kind of a 2-part answer to the same question. I put the onus of like performance rules back to the class leaders. So in Ultra 4, we have class reps, and the class reps manage that tech because nobody knows how to cheat better than the racers, and nobody knows who's cheating more than the racers. So if we have very few performance rules, obviously the class 11's got more performance rules, but I'm going to be looking to the leaders of that class to help me with the tech. It's just, you guys know the deal. I barely can spell VW, so I shouldn't be doing tech for Volkswagens in class 11. As far as prize money goes, I don't care. If you guys want to pay it down to 20th, I'll pay it down to 20th. If you want to pay it down to 5, I'm pay it down to 5. I would like to have I don't know, a consensus amongst the racers. Top 5 seems to make sense to me. You definitely want to have something to race for. You definitely want the winner to get I think the winner should be making 10 grand. You get down to like 1,000 for 5th, and someplace in the middle, you break up the other $9,000. That would make sense to me.
Pretty cool. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing a top 5 pay, just so that almost like, because it is it is a little bit more costly than a normal event, but your value for dollar is substantially more, and so I think just even able to get your entry fees back at kind of a 5th place level is pretty cool, and a great little bonus to the deal.
Yeah, we can work that out pretty easy.
Very cool. Is there a specific person that you're looking to put or be a class rep for the 11s? Is that something that you have in mind, or?
Nope, I don't. I honestly don't. I'll be honest. This started out. Josh from Race Deserts wanted to reach out to me. He really pushed hard, and I'm thankful that he did, because he didn't let up on me. So anybody that's racing Class 11, you can be thankful to Josh that he pushed. I mean, guy called me every week for about 6 months, and it, persistence paid off, and it was just, I'm glad he did. But I would like some leadership from you guys on whether they're in the race or not in the race. Somebody that's, might know Class 11 and is not going to have a car together. There's got to be somebody out there that is the right person for it. I would love a hand. Let me know, and I'll be happy to take care of you.
Very cool. Yeah, look, it's already getting people adding already. It looks like your other counterparts busy on the show as well with us, so already starting to add the list. So I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if we're seeing probably 20. I think my goal is to see 20 cars there. I think that'd be very cool to get things rolling, especially putting on a good show, because I think it's going to be so tight that you will have that breakaway pack, I think, in some spots. But I think overall you're going to have a nice, good, competitive race course that I feel it's going to be pretty fast in a lot of areas. So it should be interesting. What's that?
I think it's going to be a great race. I'm super stoked, super excited for you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience right now that's important, that would be good food for thought, or to kind of cover? I see Timmy Sletton chiming in. Thank you, Tim, for checking in. Appreciate it. Oh, speaking of racing, Ryan Rodriguez is checking in. So are we going to have a special pit and camp area for Class 11?
I mean, if you guys wanted to do that, I can probably help square something away for you. Can probably help figure that out.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to get all the group together.
Normally, in general, we have 320 garage spaces, and we put a $50 value on it, but it's more just to keep people honest, because everybody says, I want one, then they don't bother showing up, and we don't have enough spaces, because we'll have 600 racers and 320 spots. But what we're working on pretty hard this year is to be able to mix and match the people that may be leaving on Sunday with the people that will be coming in on Monday, like the UTV guys or the Ultra 4 guys that are not going to be there for the desert side. They're going to be coming in late on Monday. We can basically share spots, but we'll work it out. The Class 11 guys want to all be together. We can sort that out.
Very cool. Lucas Hand asking, and I believe you answered this earlier in the show, but you're going to have you're not going to pre-run anything. You're only going to have a qualifying session. Is that? He's asked if there's going to be a pre-run available, or a walking of the course at all. Would that be possible?
100%. So we're doing a little double duty on part of the course. That's going to be the qualifying course for everybody else. So you'll be able to run about 85% of the course. You'll be able to run as much as you want over and over and over again when the short course is open for pre-running. Being able to run probably about 100 yards of it is going to be difficult, because it is effectively backwards on race course for everybody else. But you can see it, you can walk it. There's enough downtime. And I'll come to Greg's question in a second. But if there'll be enough downtime when the course is cold that you can walk that couple 100-yard section, so you're comfortable with it.
Very cool.
As far as COVID, I've got about $1 million on the fact that we're racing, because that's how much I'll spend by next Friday just getting ready with light towers and fence and porta potties. And I just wrote a check to BLM for $280,000. And so, yeah, we're racing. We've worked for months to have a cooperative and conscientious approach with the county to make sure we're doing the right thing. They've signed off on our approach. They've signed off on our plan. BLM signed off on it, and we're ready to go racing.
That's badass.
Now it's just time to go work. I got a lot of stakes to pound and a lot of fence and a lot of microwave dishes all to set up.
Is there something that you can do, or is there like a call to arms, I say, for maybe some more volunteers to come out and help you with that at all, or your group? Is there something we can do for that?
Stay tuned. I haven't gotten to. We're light on our course marshals for the big races, like the big course stuff. We're just a little light, and we're generally light in general. I think people are trying to figure out what's really going on. Just exactly like Greg was asking. Are we sure it's happening? Yeah, we're sure it's happening, but I think until you see me out there and I'm sitting there holding a permit in my hand and I'm pounding stakes into the ground and building stuff, you're still going to be wondering what's happening. We're going to be there. If I were you, I'd be working on prepping the car. Eventually, you're going to want to need it anyway, but I promise you're going to use it at King of the Hammers. So we're ready to go. As far as volunteers, once I get out to the lake bed, we identify our exact course marshal spots. We'll start identifying our deficits. I know one thing I need help with right now, that for the whole event, if anybody's interested in being a Sherpa for our camera crews, we have a very aggressive plan to have even more camera locations than in years past. That has basically been held up by the fact that I have a cameraman, but he doesn't necessarily know the desert. And I haven't had people that can move him from, say, like a burnt camera location at race mile 25 that will never be seen cars again, and get him over to race mile 150 where the cars are going to come by 5 more times. If we can start moving cameras around, then we can get a lot better live show. It's a huge deal. So if anybody's interested in coming out, hanging out for the week, or even partial week, and has a UTV or a pre-runner or anything at all, they can move people around, we could certainly use that help.
Excellent. Well, you guys start to, stay in tune to the stuff, then I'm sure you're going to put out some more needs and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Transponders. What are we going to do for 11 cars? We're going to use
same timing transponders. That'll kind of lapse. It's my lapse. It's the same thing everybody uses. We're fortunate to partner with the group, and I'm going to mess up the name of the firm, but Martelli's used them for UTV World Championships. Really super clean the display of data on the user end, the back end, and we use them at our national championship race. And USAC is our sanctioning body in the United States Auto Club. So Kevin Miller is the president of USAC. He liked what he saw with Martelli stuff. He had went to the group, and now they're their official timing for USAC Off-Road, which is us. So they'll be at all of our events, including the Class 11 show.
Very, very cool. There's the link. We posted it down below for the Ultra 4 Racing Volunteer Us page, and definitely stay up to date on that one. This gentleman here kind of chiming in, and I think many of us are in the same boat, and we're super thankful for everything your team is doing, man. I know we can't say it enough, and it's not about kissing ass or anything else on the show. It's just, we're coming off a really bad taste in our mouth, and I'm going to speak very frankly about that. It really got kicked in the balls going out to state line for what was told to be an event, which would have decided a championship and all the other stuff. And congratulations to all those that have won. But I can understand, and I feel personally, everybody's a little gun shy and timid about what's going down. So I do appreciate you being patient with everybody, taking the questions and the comments, and kind of just working through it, because everybody's, spending that hard-earned money to get somewhere, and then to tell you to go, you're done and thanks for the good time. It's hard. So
I think the main reason why the communication hasn't been so rampant has been, the last thing I wanted to do was put out, this is the plan. And then if that plan changes 3 more times, which it has, then it just even further erodes the public confidence, the social confidence that we're even doing the right thing and are we capable of doing it. So we just kept our heads down and kept working. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think that some of the stuff and we talked about this privately, and we won't go into complete detail, but some of the things that are important that people need to understand, it's not just the COVID issues, right, that we have to deal with. You've got environmental issues. You've got all these other things that go on. So you're getting attacked. I don't want to say attacked, but you're getting inundated, and you're fighting all these different battles from a multitude of different angles, and so you've got the environmentalist side of stuff. You've got the COVID health side of things. You've got the racers, you've got just everybody with their hand, wanting money too at the same time. So it's a hell of an effort to put this together. I don't know how you do it sometimes.
I can honestly say, though, it hasn't been a fight. It's been a challenge, but man, literally to a person. Every place we've turned, BLM, the county, our sponsors, the racers, everybody wants the same thing. We all want to get to the same place. And it's just a matter of doing it right and just getting through the process. So yeah, no, I'm super stoked where we're going. I'm very, very proud of what's going on. But it's a team effort. It's not just it. And in the end, and this is the big thing, it's everybody out there, every single person watching this show, every single person coming to King of the Hammers. You guys are going to decide if this is a success or not. I put together a game plan. I got a plan. We're going to go execute it. We're going to have great staff, and we're going to do everything we can to give you guys a great place to go watch a race a race, do whatever you got to do. Be a vendor, be media, whatever your job is out there, whatever your mission is. However, your guys' ability to execute and the peer pressure side of, if you see somebody doing something dumb, whether it's drive drunk with their seatbelts off or, make our COVID problem, make that more of an issue, that kind of stuff, just help us get there. This year more than any other year, we all need to be on the same page getting through this event together.
Yeah.
I need that. Yep.
Well said. I'm trying to get through these comments so they can kind of put some of this aside. Class 7 pit area during race, or
I want to address David Meeks Jr.'s the 280G thing.
Oh yeah, this one here.
I said it. I said that, and the number's real. I think it's actually. I think I got the letter here someplace on my desk. It's like $284,000. However, let me know where I can rent 160,000 acres of perfect desert for a month and a half, where I can invite 70,000 of my closest friends to come and go racing. And let me know where I can rent that for less than $284,000, and I will be all over it. Because that land doesn't exist. I'm thankful we have the opportunity. Bringing up a guy that I have actually completely respect and learned a lot from in Casey Folks, and he told me several times over the years he doesn't know how I ever keep racing in California. It was so hard. I'm like, to me, it's easy. They give me the rule book. If I follow the rule book and they follow the rule book, then we're all on the same page, and it's a pretty simple business transaction. So,
yeah, I think one of the comments earlier was about just the you sticking to a business plan and not cutting corners and stuff like that. I mean, I think that really goes a long way, because if everybody's on the same page and you're not trying to play 3-card Monty with something, I think then a lot of things will work out right. So
yeah,
very cool. And again, I mean, we thank you, because I mean, again, providing a place to race is key, and I think we all want to race. We all have that one goal. We just need to pull together, and you're putting your money where your mouth is.
I think that Lucas talks about needing in-car audio. I think Lucas needs better life coach decisions about who he chooses as co-drivers.
Suck it, Lucas.
Dan 200 is not no, actually Dan, I would absolutely do a race like this with Dan. That would be fun.
That's cool. Another Johnson Valley resident.
I have not seen Michelle in Johnson Valley. I've not seen that picture. So hi, Michelle.
Yeah, that's filtered, right? But she's a wife to the guy that we actually saw on the trail in the Jeep.
Okay.
Yeah,
right on.
Right in the beginning. So
yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Just everybody kind of chiming in. That's what's really neat. It's just the whole community thing, everybody that's kind of coming together, and it's just, I'm happy, man. I'm super stoked. And again, I can't thank you enough for spending a little bit of time. I'll even put myself out there, as well as anybody at the EMPI camp. If you guys as class 11 need assistance, need support, need something that we can help you with, as far as maybe a part or we'll help you locate it, please feel free. That's the whole purpose of EMPI starting to get involved with a lot of this stuff. And it's not about just, take. We're there. We have spare parts. We've got, stuff brand new in the package that we're here to support the racers. We're here to, if we've got a wheel cylinder or a master cylinder or a valve train component for you, or some spark plugs, which we helped a lot of people at the last race. Even though never even went off, we still helped quite a few people. We're here for you guys. We're here to support. We're here to support everything that Dave and his team of King of the Hammers and Ultra 4 Racing as a whole We're hoping to expand this relationship going over 2021 and the years beyond. Definitely like to see some of the stuff in Europe and do some growth there as an organization. But just know that, we at EMPI, at our camp, if you do need help, you do need support, we're here for you. We'll have our welders there. We'll have, everything we need. Hopefully nobody needs it. Right. But if you do, we're here to support you guys, as the racing community and as potentially EMPI customer in the future, if we earn the right. So
not blowing smoke up your butt, but that came through clear when we first started talking about your interest in the event. And you at first this was purely a marketing exercise, and then we started talking and realized for me it's a cultural crossover as well. I mean, the way you're approaching your customers, the way you're approaching racing is the same way we're approaching our customers in our racing. So we've been racing in two different deserts for quite a while now, but it'll be cool to have them, cross over and have some cool stuff. We had a rock bug. They call it the rock bug, race King of the Hammers, for like years 2 through 5. It was built by Tracy Jordan and Spider Tracks. Had a scat block in it and had a full Volkswagen body on it. It was super cool.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Dig up pictures of that thing. Yeah. Man, Scott Small. Yeah. Johnson Valley is a long way from Colorado, but hey man, it's only a 10-hour drive. I mean, we do it, right? I've driven out there for a weekend race at Bandimere. You can come out to Johnson Valley for a weekend. So let's make it happen. Other than that, man, I don't even want to keep you too long. I know we're already 40 minutes in on this conversation. It's pretty crazy how fast time goes, especially when you're getting rapid fire, but you've been a hell of a support. And anything else you want to share with us, as far as the event, what time to tune in tomorrow for the big show? We'll call it the big show, right?
6 p.m. tomorrow night on the Ultra 4 channels. And I think you're even going to run it too, weren't you? I think you're going to run it on your side, or all our sponsors can carry it. Sure. We will, the gates will open on Friday the 22nd. Please don't come out before that. Yes, it's public land. Theoretically, I have an exclusive use permit starting Friday. I'm not going to kick you off the land before the 22nd. I'm never going to kick you off the land at all. But please, we got to get work done too. So don't come super early. 22nd, the gates will be open. Come on in. Let's have a great time. Let's have the best event. Let's go have a great time.
Yeah, I think we're trying to roll in either Wednesday night or Thursday early before the race, and then we'll probably stay through Monday. I know EMPI is going to hopefully have a vendor booth out there just to kind of showcase some of the new product. We're going to be testing some very new product on our Class 11 and some of the new stuff that we're doing there. So we're really excited about that. And man, we can't wait. We'll be doing some side bets for the other Class 11 cars. I know that Greg had a great smart ass comment, but we'll get him back. I'll slice his tires when I'm out there.
You got, you know what? You got the third question from the bottom is some guy, Ryan Thomas. I've never heard of him. Man, he was looking old in that picture, by the way. So Ryan's the president of Ultra 4, and he's also Ryan Thomas from Cheneth, Mike Thomas's son, and Wide Open Baja. And he hates to when I say this, but overhaul Baja 1000 champion, and I think it was 1977 or whatever, however old he is. But if somebody put him in a Class 11 car, I would pay a bounty for every single person that put him on his lid.
I love it. But see, the problem is he's already number 2 in line because Lucas Hand is number 1. So he's the number 1 target. That guy's talked so much shit over the last 6 months. He even sharpied up his bumper. So we're putting a bounty on his bumper and his fenders because they're all pretty.
Killed 2 birds with one stone. We'll kick out Dan 200 and put Ryan Thomas in the passenger seat with Lucas, and then it's just game on.
So I now see. I'll tell you right now. I've only got to know Dave for just a little bit of time. We spent we spent a whole damn day together, and we got real intimate when we're stranded in the middle of a canyon for a few hours. However, I got a feeling this dude is dead ass serious about putting a bounty on somebody's head because he's that type of sick and twisted individual when it comes to messing with his friends. So
yeah. I might have paid people to punt my kid before. So if I can pay people to punt my own son, then yeah.
So speaking of that, I mean, how's Bailey looking and getting everything ready to go? So he's looking strong, and he's putting miles in.
Yeah, no, he's doing great. I'm hearing lots of great things from a bunch of racers. There's a ton of people that are really improving the programs, and you know, it's kind of a bummer that some of the great news is getting lost in all the noise of what's happening with everything else that's happening. But the sport's growing, people are excited, sponsorships up, everything's going great. So super stoked.
Awesome.
And we blew through your, hey, we're going to talk for 15 minutes. I'm fine, but I really appreciate you having me. I really appreciate working with you, and looking forward to a great race, great event, and a long-term relationship.
Heck yeah. I know Lucas is chiming in right now and says if you let him pay the entry fee, he'll let Ryan Thomas co-dog with him. So, ooh.
Get in line, Lucas. I get the same thing from Robbie Gordon and everybody else. Hey, can I have free entry fees? Ask Ryan about that. Ironically, it would be Ryan that would be yelling at me for giving away more free entry fees.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're paying. Yeah, so, but man, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time today with us, and everybody tomorrow 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I highly recommend you watch it on the Ultra 4 Racing page on Facebook. It'll be easy. I encourage each and every one of you to share it so that way the more we can get the message out, the less bullshit we have to hear and deal with, and the bigger the event can be, so that we can be infectious amongst one another's in a positive way.
I'm okay. I'm okay with if you don't say infectious anymore.
Yeah, it's a bad word.
I'm okay with you if
it's
you just
positive
word from your vocabulary.
We'll work on that one. But if you guys can share the good word about the stuff that they're doing over there, it'll really be. I think it'll pay dividends in the long run. Just using this platform here to give a different perspective to a different group of audience. Right, we're the little stepchildren trying to come play with the big boys this weekend. So, or this coming week.
Peer pressure is a big deal. If you're racing Class 11, or if you're a fan of Class 11, you have probably been a fan of desert racing for a long time, and you understand the culture, understand how important it is, understand how important it is to have access to the land and everything else. So even you might be new to King of the Hammers, use your voice, be a good steward, be a good leader, and help us teach all the new people, because every year we get another 10, 15,000 people show up. We got to teach them all how important it is to take care of the land, clean up your trash, go home safe, and tell great stories. So other than that, we'll see you soon. See you on the lake bed.
All right. Well, you guys heard it from the man himself. That way there's no other, wires being crossed. We wanted to put the record straight. Tune in tomorrow for his show, 6 p.m. on Ultra 4. Dave, thank you so much. And we'll let you get back to it.
Cheers.
Well, guys, I think that was so beneficial and so important. Even for the small role that I'm, involved with the 11 stuff and in some capacities, getting these phone calls, getting the text messages, part of our, guys from our team, from the EMPI racing team, getting this stuff and all these wires being crossed, that the race is canceled. This was so important. And I'm truly thankful for Dave and his team at Ultra 4 and the King of the Hammers group to spend a little bit of time with us to kind of share some of this information, because it's important, right? We want to make Class 11. This is our chance. Everybody wants to race for big bucks. Everybody wants to, have an opportunity to go out and showcase. There's going to be no bigger audience to have, closest distance to all of our Southern California guys, and even, anybody Southwest. The distance is great. And then you mix in the fact that, oh yeah, by the way, there's some big money being put up. And you're going to be live streamed for 3 million people to watch. And by the way, your announcer's Leia Rossler. So not a bad gig. For anybody that needs additional input, assistance, questions, I will throw myself out there. If you guys need some information, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. Through Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Many of you guys already have my cell phone. It's not hard to get. I'm really encouraging all you Class 11 guys and gals to go register. Let these people know that we're serious about being a part of this event, and encourage your family and friends to come out here, be a part of the race, and cheer each other on, and really just enjoy being part of the show. Even in a smaller realm that we are, we're still freaking Saturday Night Lights, man, under the lights, and the last show of the night. So I think it's pretty badass to have that opportunity, and I'm hoping that many of you guys will jump on that. So Get at me if you need some help. Appreciate it, Wink. Thanks for the great comment. We're really working towards it. Just a few weeks behind this race will be the first of the EMPI Triple Crown race with more racing. That'll be at /X, and that's for the 516, the 9 cars, and the 11. So that's the first of 3 to be a part of that. So it does give you enough time to kind of prep the car. Just to, you're only really going to nut and bolt it if it's the first race of the season. You shouldn't have too much to prep after KOH, and it should be a damn good time. Trying to go through these questions, guys, so I apologize if I keep looking down at the screen. David Meek, how many lights is Wilkie running? Wilkie runs the normal 6s in the headlights. These are all rigid lights, so he runs a 6-inch 360-degree headlights. He has that I think it's a 10-inch bar and then a couple of pods, and that's pretty much it. There's quite a few on the shore course side of stuff that's going to be well lit. The course itself, I think some of that stuff will be lit up, but again, it's not terrible. But I mean, it shouldn't, anything basic, you should be good to go. So, let me see here. Lucas, Corey, you need a motorhome? I rented mine already. Thank you. I'm still looking. Darren, ball joints. Ball joints will go. Like for this race, I expect us to go back-to-back races because they're both kind of short races. They're not going out and taking the major abuse of like going to race the mint. Well, obviously everything for the mint and up will be fresh. But I think we're gonna I might run the same joints, same trans, engine, oil change, valve adjust, kind of nut and bolt the car and go back at it. So, Greg, I mean, what a prick! Brand new car, and you're talking a lot of shit, man. I'm telling you. You know what the best part of it is? At least I'm out trying to do it, dude. Talk all the shit you want from the grandstands, but hey, it is what it is. And I could talk shit to Greg because we are buddies, kind of sometimes, in days that don't end in Y. But overall, no, he's a cool dude. Another Johnson Valley hanging out, but we're gonna keep the shiny side up this season, I hope. What else, guys? I think that's really it. So Lucas, what does the course look like? It looks like the desert. You've probably been by it a million times. I won't give you any tips, tricks, or hints. You are on your own on this one. So, but overall, man, I honestly, I think the course is going to be fast. That's all I can tell you. I think Ryan Rodriguez is going to be a badass mofo on this course. There's a couple of spots in this course. If it goes to the layout, I think that it'll bite you. It's just going to be a good, fast course. I think it'll be a damn good deal. The news, thanks, Wink. I appreciate it. It is going to be good. We're putting a lot of effort and work into this thing. A lot of innovative new stuff, all fresh new designs. Just overall new, unique, and innovative stuff on the design and stuff. We're putting a lot of effort into it, and just trying to make it our own. So. We're looking forward to having it out there, man. Greg, thanks again for lending us, guys. For you guys you didn't know, Greg is the president and owner of Vintage Motor Cars, who builds those beautiful Porsche replicas. That was allowed us to use that Nardo gray 356 Speedster, and that thing is beautiful. It's one of my favorites he's done, and we've had one of his cars on display last year at SEMA. The little bastard James Dean replica car. So Greg, it's crazy. We've known Greg for many, many years. He's a very good EMPI customer, and also loves his off-road. So we won't talk shit about how Greg bought Jesse's Can-Am and put it on its lid, but we won't talk about that. So, just saying. It's too much to handle, a little 160 horsepower, but I get it. So anyways, all in fun, Greg. I appreciate you chiming in today. It's good to see you being a part of the show. Other than that, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in. This is first episode back. Kind of odd. It's kind of an odd Tuesday. We're gonna be down in the shop working on stuff and building some new things, working on some new stuff. Other than that, I hope you guys got some questions answered. some information that you may have needed. And I encourage you guys to get over to King of the Hammers, ultra4racing.com, and please register for your class 11 so that we can start getting some numbers up there on the car counts. And I think it's also going to be enticing others to get on there and start putting their names down and reserving their spots. So it'll be really good. And the more we can do that, the bigger this will be. I know that the Smiths will have their car out there. We look like Ryan will have his. I missed a question from Ryan, and I apologize. I'll back it up. I can fit 4 cars on my trailer. Oh, yeah. So there you go, guys. Less excuses right there. He's calling it. They drop it in. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you so much for offering it up. So said he could fit 4 cars in his. So if you want to roll in style and swag in a big ass semi truck, hit up Ryan Rodriguez and let his red machine drag your 11 car out to the lake bed this at the end of the month. So appreciate it, Ryan. Very cool offer of you, and it's hopefully it gets some more people to do it. So and then bring some more cars back out. Greg, I will probably call you because we need some more room for some of the other people that are coming out for us. So I'll call you and catch up with you. First dibs on it, Greg. Thank you. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. First episode, kind of loose, light, kind of all over the place, and just hanging out. So thank you so much. Scott Small, last day to enter. I would say I would not enter any less than the Friday. If you want to, you just got to enter that Friday. The 29th. Because the race is Saturday, not Sunday. So if you guys do notice, the date did change on the website from the 31st Sunday to Saturday. Will be the last race of the day. It will end. Everybody from the class 11 will be going around the fire pit, kind of once you pull off course. And that's kind of the ending of it. We'll all hang out. We'll take some photos. We'll high five each other. And we'll probably bum a couple of $100 from the winner just to see who's going to be buying the first round, and we will enjoy it. So, I highly encourage each one of you guys to get out there and register. I know that our squad here with essentially 4 cars will be coming out playing in Class 11, and we're going to have a damn good time doing it. And we're going to share some great stories and some camaraderie, and we hope to entice you guys out there. So be sure to come by the EMPI camp and come say hello, introduce yourself. And we'll catch you next week at Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.